Louisiana Beer Reviews, Mahou Maestra or Maestra Double Lúpulo. Double Lúpulo, cerveza tostada. I guess that means double hopped. Since 1890, Mahou in Spain. 7.5% alcohol. This malt liquor contains, they have the English ingredients: water, barley malt, maize, or we say in the United States corn, and hops. Best before 2025. That seems hard to believe, even though it is stronger alcohol. It's from Madrid, Spain, the capital of the Kingdom of Spain. And I am in the Kingdom of Spain, but I'm in the Kingdom of Spain in Africa, recording this video, not in Europe. There are the offshore islands, the Isla Canarias, the Canary Islands right off the coast of Africa. There are also two mainland Spanish territories in Africa, Ceuta and Melilla, and some other offshore islands that are uninhabited. But I'm in the city of Ceuta. There's also another town, Benzu. I was trying to walk to that town this afternoon, but it was like too far. I went half the way and I was like, I can't make it. I don't think there's anything to see there, but it's a nice little town, I would assume. I didn't see any like tourist attractions, a few little cafes, and it's a small village, more than a town, maybe probably about the size of Garyville, Louisiana. But anyway, Maestra. Is that maestro? No, it's not. I don't know what it means. Maestros Cerveceros. Master beer? Maybe that's what it means. I don't speak Spanish, which has been causing me endless trouble over here. I was thinking, they all speak English in Europe. You know how they are, educated. Can't nobody speak English except for a handful of people. All right. Here we go, double malt, double bock, malt liquor, always malt liquor. 7.5, that's the same ABV as Colt, scratch that, Old English West Coast edition, the Old English. Oh, look how dark that is, whoa. That's some deep gold. Oh, this is gonna be a strong one, and it's not cold, but I can't help it. There's no mini fridge in this room, and they only sold the warm beer on the shelves. I haven't seen any cold beer in this city. It's driving me nuts. I did see cold beer. Yeah, now that I take it back, in the last video I said I didn't see any corner stores with the cold beer. No, that's wrong. There was a shop at the bus station in La Línea de Concepción, and they had 40-ounce bottles, 40s here, but they had those of various Spanish brands and cans, and they were in the cooler. And but I had to catch the bus, and I had nowhere to drink them, but I didn't have a cup. But yeah, they were like, a 40-ounce was like $1.03 or 103 euros. Cheap here, cheaper than the United States. Look how dark this is. This is a dark beer. It's heading toward brown. It's a dark amber, honey color, maybe, yeah, like dark clover honey. That is a dark beer. Okay, it's the darkest beer I've had today on this trip. I had the red, 1906 red from Estrella Galicia, but it was more like golden red than, like Red Dog used to be, but this one is truly dark. Okay, the aroma. There's no coloring added. It would say that on the ingredients. I think they're required to do that here. Yeah, it's like honey malt. Honey malt. Dark bread crust. If it was ice cold, it would be a jewel. But I'm gonna have to take that into account and rate it fairly. Now I had to eat something because I hadn't eaten. That little cafe next to the bus station had an awesome breakfast. He says a Catalan breakfast. I said, what is it? He could barely speak English. He was like showing me it's ham and cheese on a big bread with some sauce. I said, I'll get it. And so I got the bread, big sandwich, all the cheese hot. They had it hot. And the coffee with cream or milk, and it was $4.50 total. Probably be like $4.85 US. And of course it tasted great. And when I have to retrace my steps and I go to that bus station on the way back, I might stop there and eat a lunch because that place is very nice. And if you ever go to La Linea, it's the only restaurant next to the bus station, so you're not going to miss it. It's right there on the corner next to the plaza, the circle thing. The center, the fountain. Oh man, this stuff is really good. And I'm not just saying that because I'm drinking another one right before this. No, I've had 3 other beers today, and they were stretched out over like 6-7 hours. And this will be the last. I was gonna buy liquor, and they had all this liquor, and it was like $4 for a bottle of liquor. It's like, what is this whiskey? And then I'm looking, it's like 30% alcohol, 22%. So they got all these cheapo liquors, but they're not real. They're not proper 40% alcohol. I'm like, why do people buy this stuff? 20%, 30%, 37%. I'm like, I'm not fooling with this. Now they have regular, 40% Johnny Walker Red, Bacardi Silver, the Special, 40%. And those, but they're not $4, But they only like $11, $12, 11 euros, $12, But it's like, there's obviously a market for that stuff. You say they got a lot of drunks. Yeah, it's probably something like that, but maybe it's just some people are really cheap, and they can say, I could do the 22%. 22% was off the wall. 30% is pushing it down, way down. It's not, they had like tequila style liquor for 30% alcohol. And I was like, yeah, it's only $4, but I'm not buying it. Because I could have sipped on it here, over the next few days, but phooey on that. I got too much liquor at home. This is spicy in a gingerbread type way. Sounds bizarre, right? It looks kind of like gingerbread and spicy like that. Like you would say malt liquors, they're not really spicy like gingerbread. No, that's true. No, they're not. Yes, that's true, but there's a unique. Now, if it was cold, really cold, it'd be different, I think. But the lacing is amazing. I just think these are the hops they're using and different malts they're using in Europe, which probably affects the way it tastes. I don't think the corn would matter because that's used as a base, odorless, colorless base. Basically, is what they're trying to achieve with corn, just a fermentable to make more alcohol, and in this case, a lot more, 7.5. I think the flavor is really coming from the barley and the hops. Just like if you get a blended Scotch whiskey, your flavor is going to come from the single malts they're adding to it. It's not going to come from the corn liquor, minimally aged, 3-year aged corn whiskey, grain whiskey as they call it. Because they want it to be neutral. They don't want the flavor to come. They want the flavor to come from the unique combination of single malt whiskeys, and in this they want the flavor to come from the unique hop and barley blend. That's how these blended beers and blended whiskeys work. That's how they're constructed. Some people don't seem to understand that. I love this hop spice. I thought that a beer like this would not have, well, it says double hops, so what am I thinking? I just thought it would be like a American malt liquor, more sweet than bitter. But this is not the case. It has like I said before, a unique flavor. It has an interesting bitterness. Toasted beer. Tostada cerveza. I think that means toasted beer. It does taste like toasted barley malts and double hopped. I don't know about double dry hopped, but yeah, let me take another sip. I'm gonna pour it. I need a good photo, so I'm gonna have to stop sipping it. There's a little raisin aspect, raisins. I'm thinking the IBUs could be 26, something like that. Okay, sweetness probably 3.5 out of 5. Sugar cubes could be 4, but I'm gonna say 3.5. It seems measured. Bitterness probably 2.5 out of 5. Yeah, 2.5, possibly 3 out of 5 hop cones, just because of the double hopping. But you're taking a very small amount of hops and you're doubling that, and you just get a marginal amount. But I can't see any American strong lager competing with this. I just cannot. I'm talking about mass-produced strong lager. I just can't see that. I cannot see it. And this was $0.80. Crazy. All right. It's as good as those beers I'm buying over there in Louisiana that are $4.99, $5.99 a can for craft beer. Of course, you're getting 12 ounces, getting 11.2 here. But I mean, I'm paying 80 cents here, 40 cents, and the beers are competing with the $4.99 ripoffs that I'm getting. Talking about the craft beers that just they just typically don't live up to the billing. And I'm sorry, and I hate to say that, especially since I bought them. Now, I'm going to eat another one of these. This is the Las Carabelas. I guess the ship's something. High in omega-3 acid. I think this means sardinas picantes. So I'm like, oh yeah, I like sardines. If they're in hot sauce, I'm going to love that. It was like $1.21 for 2 packs. But it wasn't in hot sauce. It has the actual peppers in it. See these little peppers? They're in the can, and you can eat the peppers, of course. And man, that's a real treat for an evening snack. Oh yeah. So we have had across the board 6 straight. No, what am I thinking? Let's see. 4 and 2 and 4. Yeah, 8 straight winners. 8 straight winners. The worst score was an 87. Amazing. This is going to be a 94, yeah. 9.4 out of 10. Maestra from Mahou. And I'm going to end this review by saying y'all buy the plane ticket round trip, go all the way to Africa so you can buy a few beers and try them, and then go all the way back home. Thank you.